What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Heat Report, and in today's video I'm going to be outlining the expectations and previewing the Miami Heat 2020 to 2021 NBA season. Now, as you guys may know, the season starts in about 16 days, if my math is right, because for us actually, because the Lakers play on opening night on the 22nd and we play on the 23rd. And so for us, it's going to be 16 days. Preseason starts in a week, like just a week from now for us. We play the Pelicans on Monday. So basketball is coming quick and fast, and I really want to give my preview of what we should be doing next season. What are our expectations and our goals for next season? Now, the first major expectation and that I could think of is we have to finish as a top 4 seed this year. Now, last year we finished as the 5th seed, and I don't think that's going to work out for us if we finish as the 5th seed again this year. The main reason that we have to finish as a top 4 seed is because of the presence of fans in some arenas. Now, I don't really know the specifics and the details about what the NBA said because I don't think they've released them, but I think the NBA has come out saying that they're going to be looking to have some minimum capacity of fans in some arenas, like 25 to 50% of the seats being filled, which is still, quite a bit of fans in the arenas. And I think home court advantage is going to be playing definitely more of a role than it did last year, because last year we were in a bubble. I don't think we can afford to give up home court advantage in the first round. I think we need home court advantage. The East is very strong this year. I think as the years go by, the conferences become stronger and stronger. If you look at the East, there are like 9 teams that I can name off the top of my head that are playoff caliber teams. Obviously, you have the 8 from last year, but if you take out the Magic and you add the Hawks and the Wizards, especially with the moves that they added, adding the Wizards adding Russell Westbrook and the Hawks adding all the pieces that they did in free agency, they are playoff caliber teams, and we can't afford to take our foot off the gas pedal and finish at the 5th seed because we're going to be giving up home court advantage in the first round. I think that especially if you look at teams like Boston who lost Gordon Hayward and are missing Kemba Walker for the first part of the season, they're going to be hampered a bit. Toronto lost Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol, 2 of their big men. I know they got Aaron Baines and Alex Len, but I don't think they're nearly as effective as what Serge and Gasol were for them. I do, and even like Philly made a couple moves. They got Seth Curry, traded away Al Horford for Danny Green. Josh Richardson, former Heat, is gone. So every team is making moves. The Bucks got Drew Holiday. The Nets are healthy again. We have to finish as a top 4 seed because we need that home court advantage. And if you look at our first part of the season, we have a pretty tough schedule. Like our schedule is tough. Orlando, New Orleans, Milwaukee, Dallas is our first 5 games. Now Orlando, obviously, like they're the weakest of those 5 teams, but they're not a team that we're just gonna go out there and run out the gym. That's not the type of team that they are. They're not a team that we can just blow out. They're a team that's gritty and will play hard and will play defense because they were one of the top defenses in the league. And every time we play Orlando, it's close. Obviously, in-state rivalry, we got to get that one up over them because not only is it bragging rights, but also it starts us off on a good note. We can't afford to go. It'd be really sad if we went 0-1 starting off the season. Like we have to win against Orlando. New Orleans is going to be healthy. Zion is coming back. He's healthy. They did trade away Drew Holiday, but they got pieces back. The 3 picks, Eric Bledsoe, drafted Kyra Lewis. So they have a young and up-and-coming team. New Orleans actually beat us towards the end of the season last year. I remember we played them on a national televised game on ESPN, and they beat us. Duncan Robinson went off, but they beat us that game. And obviously it's nationally televised this year too because it's Zion. So it's on ESPN. So we gotta win. We gotta beat New Orleans and Orlando. Milwaukee, Dallas is gonna be tough. Now I'm assuming the reason that the NBA had us play Milwaukee twice in a row at the American Airlines Arena is because they want to limit the amount of travel due to the coronavirus. So I think they're trying to get as many games that they can get rid of, like for the back-to-backs. They want to get that over with as soon as possible. So we're going to be playing the Bucks at home twice in a row on a back-to-back. And the Bucks are tough in the regular season. I know in the playoffs we kind of wiped the floor with them, but they're going to be, I think they're going to be finishing as the 1 seed again. They've consistently been doing that. We're going to have to slow down Giannis. We're going to have to slow down. They added Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton is still there. They have a very deep team. The Bucks are always going to be the Bucks, and the Mavericks are up and coming as well. They don't have Porzingis, which is a boost for us because it'd be tough if they had Porzingis and Luka, but Luka's still someone that can go off on any night. He's an MVP candidate. So the 5 games are really tough. After that, we have Oklahoma City, which we should easily win. I can't even name who OKC has on their roster. They just have like 25 picks and like 3 players. So we should be able to wipe the floor with them. But then after that, we have Boston, Washington, Boston, Philly. So those 5 are going to be tough as well. So we have 5 games that are going to be tough at the beginning, OKC, and then 5 more tough games. Boston, they don't have Kemba Walker, but Boston is always a team. Boston last year, I think, beat us in the regular season series. The Wizards are going to have Russell Westbrook. So Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal are going to be tough. Philly added some players. The Philly added some players, and we're playing at the Wells Fargo Center. We're playing in Philadelphia. Same, we're playing Boston at the TD Garden once, and we're playing the Wizards in DC. So 4 of those 5 games of the second stretch are away. So those are going to be really tough games. So I'm thinking if we go 4-1, or at the worst, if we go 3-2 in the first 5 games, I think we should be able to beat Orlando. We should be able to beat New Orleans. Milwaukee is tough because we might win one, they might win one. And Dallas will be kind of like the tiebreaker. If we beat Dallas, we'll be sitting at 4-1, I think. Because I think we will lose one of the games to Milwaukee. I hope we don't, but I'm assuming it's very hard to see us going 5-0, like especially for facing Milwaukee twice. They're a regular season team. If we win against Dallas, win against one of the Milwaukee games, win the New Orleans game, win the Orlando game, we'll be sitting at 4-1, which is really good. We'll beat OKC. That's 5-1. So 5-1 in the first 6 games is a very good start for us. And then out of Boston, Washington, Boston, Philly. If we go 3-2 or 4-1 again, we can go 8-3 or we can go 9-2. Like that's a really strong start for us. Really, really strong. And I believe that last year we actually were like on a very good run. I think we had the best home record in the league at one point until I think the Lakers came to town, and the Lakers beat us in like a very close game at home. But before the Lakers came, we were undefeated at home. So at home, I'm expecting us to do similar sort of things. And I mean, on the road is where we kind of struggled last year. I want to see our road form improve to above 500 because we were below 500 on the road last year. I do believe a lot of that was due to injuries, and obviously, like playing on the road is tough, but we have to overcome that. If you're gonna win a championship, you have to be good at home and on the road. And obviously, I think we should be contenders for the championship. In the East, you have Milwaukee, you have Brooklyn, who I think is the favorite to come out the East. I do think we can beat Brooklyn because I don't think they have anyone inside that can guard Bam. But if you look at their team, it's stacked with talent. Then you have Toronto's always going to be tough, scrappy. Philly's a good team on paper. It's just that for Philly, something always goes wrong for them in the playoffs. So I don't think we'll have too many problems with Philly. Boston will be tough. Because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are only gonna get better. And then it's us. So like out of those, I think these 5 teams are gonna be the ones that are contending for the championship in the East. I don't know if I'm forgetting anybody else. I did say Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Boston, Philly, us, and Toronto. So 6 teams. Philly is kind of like an iffy, but I'll just say 6 teams are going to be contending for the championship, and it's going to be a dogfight. And even after that, 7th and 8th seed, and 7, 8, 9, you have Indiana, who's going to be scrappy. I know we beat them 4-0, but all those games against Indiana were close. We didn't wipe the floor with Indiana. The Hawks added a lot of pieces, and the Wizards added Russell Westbrook. So those 9 teams that I already mentioned are going to be, it's going to be a dogfight in the East. And out West, you even have teams getting better. Like the Lakers are going to be better. Clippers, I mean, the Clippers underachieved, but we all know the Clippers, talent-wise, are stacked. Nuggets are getting better. Trailblazers added a few pieces. They got D. Jones from our team. Utah, Dallas, it's going to be a dogfight, and we have to be amongst the contenders. And for us to be amongst the contenders, we have to be a top 4 seed. I'll be very disappointed if we're not a top 4 seed. As far as like what I expect from some of the players, I do want Bam and Jimmy to be all-stars again. Maybe jump up to being starters. I mean, I don't really think it makes a difference if you're a starter or not, but it's just cool to be a starter. I don't know if Tyler's going to be an all-star, because I don't know if he's going to get as many minutes as we would like him to get, because we do have a lot of guards. As far as trading anyone, I think our roster is set for now until the deadline. I think we might make a couple, small additions in the deadline. I say small and like, but I mean small like as in like names, because Jay Crowder and Andre Iguodala are like small in terms of, names out there, but they really helped our team. So I guess they weren't as small as we thought they would be. Myers Leonard came out and said that he thinks we can be the last team standing. Our team believes that we can go out again. Duncan Robinson was apparently really mad that people called it as a fluke. Andre Iguodala said that Bam was stepping up as a leader. And Andre Iguodala was talking about KZ Okpala is going to take a step if he gets the minutes, because KZ is ready. Everyone's been saying it. Andre's been saying it. I think even I think Tyler or Duncan, one of them said it. That KZ is really, really ready, and even KZ himself said that he was itching to play. So if he gets the minutes, then I'll be really happy, because I really want to see KZ play. And I think we will, because we do have this reputation of these late lottery picks, late first round picks, or second round picks, or undrafted players. We kind of put them in the G League the first year, and then we kind of we ease them into the rotation. Even our like lottery picks, we don't put them in the G League, but we ease them into the rotation. KZ will get some minutes. I strongly believe he will. As far as injuries, I don't think there are any injuries. Goran said that his foot is completely fine, and Bam's shoulder, which was giving him problems in the playoffs, he said he's fine as well. I haven't seen Jimmy's interview. I don't know if anyone knows like where I can find it. I've seen Bam's, I've seen Kelly's, I've seen Duncan's, Myers, Tyler's. I don't think Precious did one. Goran's, I've seen everyone's interview except for Precious's and Jimmy's. I don't think Precious is gonna do an interview. Jimmy, I don't know if he has done an interview. I will try to find it and tell you guys if he says something significant, but yeah, I will try to find that for you guys. But anyway, I just wanted to go over the expectation of us making a top 4 seed, because I do think it's very crucial, especially with fans in the stadiums, well, some fans in the stadiums, because we don't know the specifics yet, but we can't afford to let our guard down, especially because the East and West are getting stronger and stronger by the day. And I do think we'll be in the mix for championship contenders again. And as the season, or as the season like comes closer and closer, I will be doing previews of Orlando and New Orleans, because they're our first 2 games. Update you guys on the preseason games. Our first preseason game, please mark your calendars. It's on the 14th of December, which is exactly a week. I forgot the time, but it's against the Pelicans. It's actually at 7 o'clock. I'm looking at it right now. So 7 o'clock on December 14th, Eastern time, against New Orleans. Please stay tuned and watch that game. I will be watching it, and I will be updating you guys. That's it for me today, guys. As usual, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. You guys really killed it. I'm actually over 100 subscribers now. Like I'm at 110, so I guess me reminding you guys to subscribe really helped, because I jumped up from 87 to 110 in one video. So you guys are the best. You guys are goats. See you guys later. Peace.